What's going on, everyone? It's Mr. West. I hope we're all well. So these are the Creative Outlier ONE Plus Bluetooth wireless earbuds. So last year I took a look at the original Creative Outlier ONE earbuds and found them to be excellent value for money and a great sounding pair of Bluetooth earbuds. So the Outlier ONE Plus go one further and also come now with a built-in 4GB MP3 player. And they've also bumped up the Bluetooth certification to Bluetooth 4.2, so you get that extra little bit of range from your earbuds to your handset or chosen audio device. So they're also IPX4 sweat proof, so they're not waterproof, but they're great for workouts or for occasional walks out in the rain, for example with your dog. If you're going for a run, they will survive the elements, but please don't dunk these in water because they will get wrecked. Inside the fetching white and orange cardboard box, you'll find a clip to attach to the back of your clothes, for example a shirt. You'll also find some secure tips. Now you can use these with or without the supplied wing tips, and you also get 3 sets of replacement earbuds. Now they do come with the medium size set already onto the earbuds, and I found these were plenty big enough for my ears. However, the larger set were a better fit overall, much more snug, and you also get a better bass response from the earphones at the same time. So you also get this nice felt pouch to keep the headphones in when you're traveling, and you also get an arrangement of warranty cards and instruction manuals which you will never ever read. So looking at the earbuds themselves, they're made of plastic, but they're covered in this nice soft touch coating, which, although it does pick up a lot of dirt and grime, they're easily washed off, and it also adds a lot of grip as well. So the supplied cord is very, very short, but I think that adds to the ergonomics. Although if you wear them in front of you, you might end up snagging this accidentally. It's also tangle free as well. It's this flat type cable, and whatever I've done to try and tangle this up, it will not tangle. You just very, very easily unravel them once you get them out of the felt case. Now, situated a bit further along the wire, we've got this inline remote. So you've got the usual up, down volume buttons. You've also got the power control in the middle. Now on the one side, you've got a USB slot here. So this is micro USB, not USB-C, unfortunately. And this allows you to charge the earbuds as well as use it to transfer data between your computer for the built-in MP3 player. So the buttons themselves, they could have been a bit more spongier, I feel. They're not very tactile to start off with, but they soon loosen up over time over prolonged use. On the back of the remote, you've got the Creative logo, which has been embossed into it. It does look quite smart. It's a nice touch, and it does add a feeling of good quality to them. Now also built into the remote is an inline microphone, so you can use these hands-free while you're out and about. And at the top of the remote, then you've got a toggle button here, which is basically used for switching between MP3 mode and Bluetooth mode. So the only design flair of note on the outside of the earbuds, this grooved pattern that you get on the slight outer edge there, but apart from that, they're very nondescript, and I do like the orange accents inside the earbuds themselves. It does look quite nice, and it sets them apart from the Creative Outlier ones, which I reviewed last year. Now, in addition to last year's Outlier ones, you now get the Creative Sound Blaster companion app, which you can download from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store free of charge. And this acts as a companion tool for the MP3 functions of the earbuds. And you can also switch between Bluetooth and MP3 profile, as well as connecting to the earbuds themselves when you've got your phone on Bluetooth mode. You don't actually need to use the app. However, it does allow you to see the music, which is stored on the 4GB of storage, rather than you having to do some guesswork with the inline controls. Now, the app itself is nothing to write home about. It's not very slick, and it hasn't got much flair to it. It does its job well, and it does what it's intended. I just wish they'd added some further functions to it. For example, some EQ patterns. Although there's nothing wrong with the sound profile of these earbuds, it would be nice to be able to shape the sound with a bit further EQ, for example, bass treble or enhancing the mid-range. Now with that app, you can browse the inbuilt songs which you've got on the MP3 player, and you can skip, fast forward and pause those as you wish. However, you can do that from the inline remote as well. Now it has got an absolutely baffling array of button combinations and multiple presses to go backwards and forwards and pause and get to the tracks that you want. I did load up some music onto the inbuilt MP3 player, and whilst it sounds good and it plays popular formats such as MP3, WAV or FLAC files, I did find it a little bit cumbersome, and I found it was just better to just listen to the music I've actually got stored on my phone. Don't get me wrong, it's a great feature, and if you're happy to just load up the MP3 player that's on board in this very small control unit and just let it play itself out from start to finish, then that's not going to be a huge problem. I very much doubt people who are out exercising are going to be fiddling around with a remote whilst they're out running or walking. However, it's not very intuitive, and as I said, there's quite a lot of button presses and combinations that you need to do in order to make most of the inline remote functions. So the inbuilt battery is good enough for around 10 hours of continuous playback from these, which is pretty impressive. You know, that can last a whole shift at work, or, you know, multiple workouts if that's what you're going to use it for. Charging time is around about an hour or so. Now it does quote 2 to 3 hours in the inbuilt manual, but I found if I just plug these into my car charger or my power bank, it just took an hour to get these from 0 to full battery, and then they were ready to go for another session. Now that 10 hours claimed battery life is going to get stretched if you start turning these up to maximum volume, and also as well if you start stretching the distance that you have between your chosen audio device and the earbuds. These are going to have to work harder, and that does use more battery up. So as far as the Bluetooth 4.2 goes, I haven't had any issues with these whatsoever. You can get a great distance from your chosen audio device, provided it's in a straight line. Once you start going behind walls and hard objects, then you are going to get some breakup in the signal. However, if you're in your house and you just want to pop out the garden, and for example like this here, we've got these French doors, I can just walk straight out of the back here and still be in line of sight of my handset and have no trouble whatsoever, just pottering around the garden, and my music is completely uninterrupted. The one thing I did find a little bit confusing was when using a streaming app, for example Spotify, Google Play Music or YouTube Music, or the plethora of other ones that are available on the App Store, you cannot use the forward and rewind functions. Now I'm not sure if that can be cured with a software update, but I did find if I was using the built-in MP3 player, I could move forward and backwards between tracks, no problem whatsoever. But if you want to use a music streaming app, now it doesn't affect your built-in music player on your phone, that is fine. But as soon as you go to a music streaming app, it doesn't work. So you have to actually pull your phone out and just go fast forward or rewind using the actual app itself. So it's a tiny annoyance, because obviously it means that you still got to have your phone around you if you want to move between tracks, and it was a little bit annoying. Play pause is absolutely fine, and volume controls work perfectly, but it was just that slight annoyance of not being able to fast forward or rewind from the built-in inline remote, which is a little bit of a concern. Now, as far as comfort is concerned, ergonomics are absolutely superb with these. The supplied wingtips are extremely helpful at making sure these stay guided and snug within your ear canal, and also with the shape of your ear. So it's literally a simple case of just popping them in your ear, obviously, just a quick twist just to make sure you get a secure and snug fit, and that is it. They just don't wobble or fall out of your ears or anything, and they're super comfortable as well. The supplied ear tips are just the right amount of sponginess and stiffness to make sure that these sit very, very comfortably in your ear canal, and you don't get any fatigue either, which is really, really nice. So now on to the most important part, and that is the audio quality. I'm happy to report these are excellent sounding earbuds, particularly at the price point. Now, just under £40, these represent tremendous value for money. Now, I'm not going to pretend that these got the deepest bass and the crispiest highs, certainly not. But they've got a very easy going and what I call kind of mainstream commercial sound, which is very, very pleasing on the ear. You can just put these in, you don't have to fiddle around with equalizers or anything, just plug them in, connect them to your phone, any volume. These produce great sound, which is very, very easy on the ear. Now, they don't go the deepest recesses of the bass spectrum, but they've got a nice punchy sound to them. The mid-range is good, and the only thing I've noticed, and that is because these aren't aptX compatible, is that the top end is a little bit shrill and what I call kind of splashy now and again. So instead of kind of getting a crisp sting of a cymbal, for example, it does seem a little bit splashy. As far as playing loud goes, now I don't recommend playing your earphones as loud as possible for the sake of your hearing, but for the purpose of the test, I cranked these up to full volume with my OnePlus phone and also the iPhone XS Max that I was testing previously, and these handle it no problem at all. Complete set of champs. They can go really, really loud, much louder than what your ears could probably handle for a prolonged period, and they don't break down and they don't distort or anything. They just sound really, really good. So I think Creative done a great job with the Creative Outlier ONE Plus. They've built on the strengths of the Creative Outlier Ones, added some further functionality with the admittedly slightly fiddly MP3 player, but for the money, I really can't grumble. If you just load it up with tracks and just let the playlist go from start to finish, you're not going to have any problems. I just think it's great that they've managed to fit a little MP3 player in this tiny little unit, as well as providing great sound and good design as well. I'm not hating on the OnePlus Bullets wireless, but their ergonomics were very questionable in regards to the design. With this, you just get one simple cable, an inline remote, and two very comfortable and nicely built earbuds. So in conclusion, if you've got £50 or less to spend on a pair of wireless earbuds, you simply cannot go wrong with the Creative Outlier ONE Plus, and I would heartily recommend them to anybody who has that budget and is looking for something that sounds great, feels comfortable, and is easy to just chuck in and out of a bag or pocket day to day and use as your daily earbuds. So if you've got any questions about anything you've seen in this video, please leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. I'll also leave a link for the Creative Outlier ONE Plus in the description, so you can go and check those out for yourself. Also, if you don't want to miss what's coming up on the channel very soon, and you also want to catch up on my ramblings and photos from various devices that I'm testing, please check me out on my social channels, which will be popping up on the screen now. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I upload videos every single week, and your support would be greatly appreciated. But for now, this has been my review of the Creative Outlier ONE Plus wireless earbuds. My name is Mr. West, and I will catch you guys later.